Can we start once again, everyone? Before break, whatever we have done, in that any doubt? I hope you have understood. Correct. Let us take some more questions for practice. Correct. Let on one more example. Example number 5. Correct. Let on TJL has invited application for 50,000 equity shares of rupees 100 each at a premium of rupees 20. So what will be the issue price? 120. Correct. Then on application 20, allotment it is 40, first call 30, final call 30. Total become 120. Okay, there down. Application for make it make it 40 and 20. That on including premium. चलेगा? Application for 90,000 equity shares were received and directors rejected application for 40,000 equity shares and amount were duly refunded. Refunded. चलेगा? Company has made first call and amount was duly received except Mr. X who was holding 5,000 equity shares did not paid did not paid allotment and first call, and Mr. Y who was holding 1000 equity shares did not paid first call money. Have you understood this point? There were two nalayak shareholders. Correct now. That one company has not yet made final call. Still now final call amount is not yet made. Means it is not yet made means company has not demanded. So company has not demanded. A question of payment will not arise now. Correct? It means can I say out of this two, can I say this three is called up? This is called na? Can I say application allotment is impliedly called, means they are not called. Application money is called with application money, allotment money is also called with once the shares are allotted. But can I say it is already called? First call is also called, but final call is not yet called. So it is known as uncalled. It is what? Uncalled. Yes, whatever is not called, the question of recording will not arise. Means we record only application, allotment and first call, will not record what? Final call, because it is not yet called. So if I ask you what is the called up capital? Called up capital is what? Only up to first call. Final call is not yet called. So we call it called up capital and uncalled capital. Uncalled capital will never come in balance sheet. Only called up capital will come in balance sheet. Only called up capital will come in balance sheet. Understood this point? Can we pass an entry? It is thoda sa interesting question. Correct? Solution. Journal entry remains same. There is no changes in journal entry. Can we start with the first application money? So application money received for how many shares? Bank account debit to equity share application account. How many shares? 90,000 into 40 na is equal to how much? 36 lakh. ज़्यादा हो गया ना. Now okay. Then second, equity share application. How much? 36 lakh. Plus how much refunded to bank? It is 40,000 into what? 40 only na. So how much refunded? And balance will be transferred to what? Equity share capital and premium. Very good. So two equity share capital and two securities premium. Very good. The equity share capital will be how much? 50,000 into 50,000 into what? 20, and premium will be what? 50,000 into 20 only is how much? 10 lakh. And any doubt in this? I hope you have understood this. Well, is 2 ka point number A, correct? Point number B will be what? Now allotment money will be due. Equity shares, allotment account debit to what? Equity share capital account. For how many shares? What is the allotment money? 20. It will be how much? 10 lakh. Simple. Now we receive what? Allotment money we receive. We'll say bank account. But there is one nalayak shareholders who has not paid what? Allotment money, na? So what is the number of shares held by that nalayak shareholders? So received by only 45,000 is out of 50,000, 5,000 will not pay what allotment money. So 45,000 will receive allotment money. So 45,000 into what? 20. How much? 9 lakh. Correct, na? Correct. Understood. And whatever amount not received will debit to one special account known as calls in arrear account. Calls in arrear account debit. This point have you understood? Even though allotment is not a call, but whatever amount not received will be debited to which account? Calls in arrear account. Don't be confused sir, why we are saying calls in arrear. Correct now? Don't be confused. Whatever amount not received will be debited to which account? Calls in arrear account. Correct? Understood? So calls in arrear it will be 5,000 into 20. How much? 1 lakh. This point have you understood what I am saying? To what? Equity shares allotment account. So you can see equity share allotment account is closed now. It is closed now. Have you understood this journal entry? One new account came, calls in arrear. One new account came, calls in arrear account. Yes, calls in arrear account will be always debited. Will be always debited initially because that is the amount receivable from shareholders. But when we say calls in arrear means amount due but not yet received. Amount due but not yet received. That is calls in arrear. Uncalled means what? Amount not yet due only. The question of receipt will not arise. So calls in arrear means amount due but not received. But uncalled means what? Which is not yet due only. The question of receipt will not arise. Understood? The difference between uncalled and calls in arrear understood? There is a difference between call scenario and uncalled capital. Call scenario will be recorded, but uncalled capital will not be recorded. Understood? Correct. Then point number 4. Now I'll come to what? There is only one call I have given. Na? So I have given two call. The final call. Sorry. Equity share. First call. Account debit to equity share capital. It is 50,000 into 30. Means how much? 15 lakh. Now this journal entry you will do. Now there are two shareholders. One is Mr. X who has not paid first call and Mr. Y also has not paid first call. The total number of shares become how much? 6,000. 5 plus 1, 6,000. So out of 50, how much nalayak? 6. So how much received? 44. Now you can do the journal entry. Correct? So bank account debit how much? It is 44,000 into 13. How much? 13,20,000. Balance will be debited to which account? Calls in arrear. Calls in arrear. Account debit how much? 6,000 into 30. 1,80,000. To what? Equity share first call account. How much? Simple. Have you understood? Will you pass any journal entry for uncalled capital? No, only this much. Only this much because question said till now they have not made final call. So will not pass any journal entry for final call. Means now if you prepare balance sheet, everyone. In balance sheet, what will come? बताओ. You write down under the head share capital. Under the head share capital now. Correct. Full. Under the head share capital. We write down called up capital. We write down called up capital. Called up capital with nominal value. Excluding premium now. We write down called up capital with nominal value. Correct. So what is the total number of shares? 50,000. How much called up? Out of 100, what is uncalled? 100 is the face value. Uncalled is 30. So called is what? 70. So into 70. How much it is? 35. 35 lakh na? Correct. But out of these, we'll do less. Less is what? Calls in arrear. Calls in arrear. Are you able to understand what I am saying? So calls in arrear. Correct. So calls in arrear will be what? 5,000. How much amount is arrear? And 1,000. What is the amount in arrear? So for 5,000 allotment money and first call both are not received. Allotment money how much? Allotment money 20 and first call 30. So 5,000 into 50. Correct now? Plus 1,000 into 30. What amount is coming? 25,000. Sorry. 5,000 into 50 how much? 2 lakh? 2 lakh 50,000 plus 30,000 means 2 lakh? 2 lakh 80,000 now. Are you able to understand what I am doing? Or you can do sum total of this. Means without sum total also we can do na. So what is call in area coming? Check karenge. Call in area is how much? First is what? 1 lakh plus 2 lakh 80,000 same amount is coming. Or we can do in this way also na. If you want direct answer directly you want to prepare balance sheet without looking into journal entries. We can do in this way also. Or you can do sum total of calls in area account. Same amount will come. So this minus this how much? So this will go to outer column. So in outer column we write down the net amount 32 lakh 20,000. Understood? This is known as paid up capital. We call it what? Paid up. And this is known as what? 35 lakh is what? Called up capital. This is called up. I hope you are understanding. So 35 lakh is called up and 32 lakh 20,000 is paid up. So what will come in the balance sheet total? Called up ki paid up? Paid up. Means we write on outer column what? Paid up capital. But share capital will be credited with what amount? Means you credited share capital account with what amount? Called up capital. Then you have done less calls in area that become paid up capital. So called up capital minus calls in area is equal to paid up capital. You know, the calls in area means unpaid capital, but it is not uncalled. Uncalled is different. Uncalled will not come in balance sheet only. You can see we have done 50,000 to 70. We have not done 50,000 into 100 because 30 is what? Uncalled. So uncalled will never come in balance sheet. So in balance sheet what will come? Called up will come, unpaid will come, and paid up will come. Called up minus unpaid is equal to paid up. Are you able to understand? Called up minus or calls in area is equal to paid up capital. What will come in the outer column? What will come in the inner column? Correct. Will pay dividend. Means company will pay dividend to whom? Shareholders. So dividend will be paid. You only think and say. Dividend will be paid on. Dividend will be paid. Dividend will be paid on called up or paid up? Huh? Paid up. Everyone is saying paid up. Whether I have given a note, but then also you have given correct answer. Why you have given correct answer? Huh? Means you have applied logic now. In exam, if you forgot something, what you will apply? Logic. And logic you can apply only when you know the concept. Till now, no rectification I have done. No ratta. Anything I have given rating. कुछ लिखा है नहीं देखो. Nothing has been given. Whether I have given journal entries. देखो application मैंने रिसीव याद करो बच्चों. No, that was पुराना जमाना हो गया. If you want to become CA, make one rule. दुनिया बोले बोलने दो. ठीक है? Many some of you or I think many of you are saying that syllabus is not completed, not complete. मजा आ रहा है ना. हमें तो मजा आ रहा है फालतू को पढ़ाने में. ऐसा नहीं होता. देखो just try to understand. We will take time. You only say take time or take attempt पे attempt. You only say what is good. Take time na. If you want, we can also complete the syllabus very fast. You will not be able to. You will never understand what we are teaching. Whether you will understand. Abhi I have done so many questions. I could have taken only one question. Complete. Everything I will give in writing. ठीक है ना? There are some different method of teachings. Correct? Appreciate that. Syllabus हो जाएगा. Syllabus will be completed when it is planned to be completed. But the point is that whether you are able to understand or whether you are not able to understand. If you are able to understand, okay na? Bolo yes or no? Be happy in every situation. Others will come and exploit you. Will you exploited by them? No. Are you able to understand? Don't think what others are saying. Think what you are feeling. Are you able to understand? Are you at comfortable stage or not? You are comfortable. Be happy. Correct now. We'll show them when the result will come. What other institute are doing, we have never gone and seen them what they are doing. We never follow others. We never what they are doing. We don't care also. And I know what they are doing. I know what other institute are teaching. If you want to test them now, just ask one question of any concept. If they are able to explain that, then okay. And if they are not able to explain, then we are okay. You ask only one question, what is matching concept? Let them say what they are giving answer. Let them ask and then say, Acha, your syllabus completed. And then enjoy. Correct now. Don't go because we cannot do more than our potential. Understand what I'm saying? But what is our potential? We should do that much. Everyone are different. Every students are different. Everyone have different potentials. We should not compare with others. But what you should do, whenever you want to compare, now compare with yourself. how much you have scored in last exam, whether you have able to score more than that. And if you are not able to perform, or if you are not able to score more than that, then there is a question mark. Correct? Now one thing I always said, stop giving excuses. Whether syllabus completed, not completed, these all are secondary. You should think how you are performing. Are you able to understand or not, and how you are performing, how you are using your time. Work on that. If you are not using your time, if you are not preparing for exam, then there is a fault. We need to we need to overcome that. Are you getting what I'm saying? Syllabus, I can complete the entire syllabus in 1 month also, and you would have मजा आता आपको भी उसमें मजा आता. But there is no use of that ना. There is no use of that. Correct? Let us take time. Be happy in every situation. In every situation, be happy. I'm saying in every situation, be happy. And try to find what mistake you are doing. Stop, stop, I will just stop blaming others. Are you able to understand? चलो ठीक है एक बार मान लेते हैं. Suppose we are not able to complete the syllabus in, suppose मान लेते हैं हो गया चलो ठीक. Suppose your syllabus will be completed in the first week of December. मान लेते हैं assume कर लेते हैं. You don't have time ना to study. हाँ. Then also you need to pass. सोचो ना, feel करो, feel it. Then also you need to pass na. So why to give excuse? Stop blaming others. Stop blaming others. Are you able to understand? In any situation, in any circumstances, you need to pass. Because this is your career na. This is your career or my career. चलो we are not teaching good. हम बहुत बकवास पढ़ा रहे हैं, मान लेते हैं. We accepted. मान लिए, हम अपना मान लिए, ठीक है. मान लिए. You need to pass or not. In any situation, you need to pass. Are you getting what I am saying? Are you able to understand? अभी अभी one day cricket match is going on with South Africa, India. Which team is playing? India, but no big name. No one is playing. This is India B team. Then also they win, na? Their A team, South Africa A team, India B team. India, the all players are where? In Australia. But they will say no, will not play. This is the B team. No one is there. Rohit Sharma is not there. Hardik Pandya is not there. Virat is not there. और कौन कौन है भाई मेरे को नाम भी नहीं पता. There is someone na Surya Kumar. Surya Chamakta Sitara is not there. Correct ना. Then DK is not there. बुमराह है. बुमराह है. You तो injured ही है. So no one is there. Then also they went on na. Stop giving excuses. What I am saying, just try to understand. This is your game. Play it. From the beginning I am saying, don't think about what others are saying. If you think about others, you'll not be able to perform. You'll not be able to perform. In your life, 99% people will try to demotivate you in every second. 99% people will try to demotivate you in every second of your life. Are you getting? Try to ignore them. Then only you'll become successful. And if you think about them, then you'll remain in them only. Are you getting? 99% I am saying, this is fact I am saying, try to demotivate you in every sector. करेक्ट ना? आपको डराएंगे, is complicated, your syllabus is not complicated, but how you will pass, whether you have done revision, we are offering revision class, your academy has not given revision class also. What about revision? If you have the ability, you can pass without revision also. And if you don't have the ability, you cannot pass with 100 times revision also. You have ability or not? You have belief in yourself. Try to focus on that. Try to focus on that. Chalega? I will not say much because now the time is to perform. Now this is a time to perform. Correct? Time आ गया perform करने का. Give your 1000% now. Correct? Now 1000% efficiency is required. Only 2 months is left. Whatever you want to do in this 2 months, but only for CA. Nothing, whatever extra thing, whatever you are doing, सब भूल जाओ. Result will पक्का come. Result आना ही है. If you will give 100%, you will get 100% result. If you will not give 100%, then there will be some doubt. Doubt will be there. Whether result will come or result will not. चलेगा? Now, have you understood this point? Called up capital, paid up capital? Correct. I'll give a note for this, but I hope you have understood. One more thing will come. What will come? Reserve and surplus will also come. Reserve and surplus will come. Under that we write down securities. Securities premium. So how much securities premium? How many shares? 50,000 into 20 or 30? 20 means how much? 10 lakh is what? Securities premium. Understood. Correct. So with this question, I hope you have understood. What you have understood? See, what is call scenario? Write down some important notes. Down. Point number A. Share application account share allotment account and share call account are representative personal account. Okay. Point number 2. Share capital is credited with called up nominal value. Have you understood called up nominal value? called up nominal value. Correct. It is known as called up share capital. In other words, called up share capital will not include what? Will not include any premium amount. Now, okay. Hmm? Will not include any premium amount. Hmm? Point number 3. Any amount received over and above nominal value will be credited to which account? Securities premium account. Such account will be shown in balance sheet under the head what? Reserve and surplus. Correct. Called up capital minus what? Call scenario is equal to what? Paid up capital. Correct. Call scenario represent amount called by company but not paid by shareholders. Correct. Call scenario has debit balance and is an asset in bracket receivable for the company. Correct na? Is an asset for the company na? So call scenario is an asset for the company. It is amount receivable from shareholders. Correct. However, it will be shown by way of deduction from share capital in balance sheet. Have you understood this point? Means even though it is an asset, it will not be shown in the asset side of balance sheet. It is shown by way of deduction from share capital in the balance sheet. Means from called up capital will deduct. Correct? Understood? Yes, sir. Next point. Point number 5 na. Company will pay dividend to shareholders on paid up capital. On which capital? Paid up capital. Example. Called up capital 10 lakhs. Call scenario 20,000. Rate of a dividend 15%. What will be the amount of dividend? Amount of dividend will be 15% of what? 9 lakh 80,000 na. So your paid up capital is 10 lakh minus 20,000. Understood this point? This will be how much? 1,47,000. This you have understood? Correct? Simple? This you have understood? Next point. Point number 6. Director has a right to charge interest on calls in arrear as per articles of association. Articles of association. You know articles of association? You have companies. You have done. Then thank you very much. So you, who will say what is AOA? Hmm? Bolo. Hmm? Rules and regulation means whenever a company is formed, so with a register of company means while formation of company, promoter will give two documents. One is MOA, one is AOA. So memorandum of associations have some what clause, for example, objective clause, capital clause, etc. And other rules and regulations are given where? In AOA. Correct? So we can say this AOA consists of all the rules and regulations. It is just as simple as partnership deed. If partnership deed is silent, then we'll apply Act. So if AOA is silent, then we'll apply Companies Act. So whatever is mentioned, token is interest can be charged as per the interest rate given in AOA. Correct? So director has the right to charge what? Interest on call scenario as per AOA. But if AOA is silent, then apply what? Companies Act. So let's see what Companies Act says. Correct? If AOA is silent, then interest will be charged on call scenario. Correct? This you know. You've done. Bolo? At a rate of 10% per annum as per table F of Companies Act 2013. So at a rate of 10% per annum. Question is silent, always apply 10% per annum. If question is silent, means AOA is silent, then apply 10% per annum. Correct? Now, this interest will be charged from which date to which date? Done. Interest will be charged from which date to which date? From the due date? From due date, na? From due date of call up to the date of receipt. Date of receipt. Correct? Understood? Write down. Directors may also waive interest on call scenario if if reasonable. Yeah, if reason for late payment is reasonable. Understood? I mean, understood means the actors may waive the interest also if they found that the reason is reasonable. Means there was justification for late payment. It is quite possible there is some sudden death in the family, and because of that reason they are not able to pay the amount, or due to COVID-19 some business was what? Business was hampered, and because of that reason they require some extra time for payment. If the reason is reasonable, they may waive the interest also. Understood? This point have you understood? Now, this interest on calls in area will be income or expense for the company. The interest on calls in area is income for the company, and it will be credited to what? Credited to profit and loss account, correct? It will be credited to profit and loss account, correct? What will be the journal entry for this interest? Batao. Accounting treatment. Accounting treatment will what? Point number A, for interest receivable on call scenario. Can you see it is receivable from shareholders? We can write on shareholders account debit to what? Interest on call scenario, which will be transferred to PL, and once received what journal entry? For receipt of interest, what journal entry? Bank account debit to shareholder. Understood? No doubt? Understood. So call scenario understood. Interest on call scenario understood. Simple. The interest on call scenario will be credited to PL. PL of company. चलेगा? Next example. One more example. How much example we have done till now? The example में 6 write down. CGL issued 1,20,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each at par. Application 3, allotment 3, first call 2, final call 2. Okay. Done. Application were received for 1 lakh equity shares the company has not yet made first and final call. Mr. X who is holding 5,000 equity shares has paid first and final call amount with allotment money. Past journal entry. Have you understood the question? This is a question of what? Calls in advance. Means there is one good shareholder who has paid first call and final call amount with allotment money. So there is a question of calls in advance. Previous question was a question of calls in arrear. That become calls in advance. Understood? Correct. So what journal entry? Journal entry only had to be solution. You can only give the journal entry. The first journal entry is what? Once again, it is a question of under subscription. Under subscription ना? The first journal entry is what? बताओ. बोलो. Bank account debit to equity share application account amount 1 lakh into 3. How much? 3 lakh. 3 lakh. Then 2 का A. First journal entry is what? Equity share application account debit to what? Equity share capital account. How much? 3 lakh and 3 lakh. Then point number B is what? Equity share allotment account debit to what? Equity share capital account. This is also 3 lakh. 1 lakh into 3 na? 3 lakh. Up to this, so no doubt. Now point number 3. Bank account will be how much? Now, first we received what? Allotment money. That is 1 lakh into 3. Plus, we have also received what? First and final call for how many equity shares? 5,000. We will do 5,000 into what? 5,000 into 4, that is also received. Means we actually received how much? This 3 lakh. 3 lakh 20,000 we have received. Out of this 3 lakh 20,000, how much is allotment? We will do 2 equity share allotment 3 lakh, and balance will be transferred to which account? Calls in advance account. So calls in advance will be a liability. Correct na? Calls in advance account. Have you understood this point? Only this much. And okay, it will be automatically adjusted when first call and final call will be due. But I have given it is not yet due, so will not pass any journal entry for uncalled capital. Will not pass any journal entry for uncalled capital. This much you understood? Because I have given first call and final call is not yet due. So till it is due, we can't pass any journal entry for that. Understood? Means journal entry over. Correct? Now you only say how much in balance sheet share capital will come without looking into journal entries. So the how much share capital will come? बोलो बोलो. How much? How many equity shares? 1 lakh into what? Into 6 na? So how much it will come? It will come 6 lakh. Simple. Any doubt? No doubt na? Then, and one liability will come under liability. So under liability, one calls in advance will come. How much calls in advance? 20,000 will come. Simple. Correct. This you understood? Bolo. Example number 7 na? Suppose in example number 6, company has made first call. Batao, what will be journal entry? You'll do. Means now they have made first call. So what journal entry? Have you understood what I want to say? Do it. Let's see how many of you are doing correct journal entry. Done. Done also. Everyone done. Hmm? It is journal entry number. We have done how many journal entry? 3 done na. Fourth na. 4 journal entry. What you have done? Batao. Equity share. First call. Account debit how much? Huh? 1 lakh 90 or 2 lakh? Was due to with full amount na? Huh? 1 lakh 90,000. No, no, no. First call the first you'll say 2 lakh na. Why you'll do adjustment? Due will be always with full amount. Equity first call 2 lakh to what? Equity share capital how much? 2 lakh. Then now received. The journal is what? Bank account. How much you receive? You receive 1 lakh 90,000 and you will do adjustment with what? Calls in advance na. Calls in advance. How much? 10,000 to what? Equity share first call. How much? 2 lakh. Understood? So due always with full amount. Always make sure that you are doing journal entry of due with full amount. Correct? This is receivable. Out of these 10,000 already received, so you receive 1 lakh 90,000 only. Correct? Means after this, if you want to prepare balance sheet, then how to balance it will be reflected now. You say in balance sheet, the share capital will come how much now? Now it will be what? 8 lakh na. Very good. Excellent. This is called up capital. Correct. And calls in advance will come how much? Will come in liability, na? So out of 20,000, how much already existed? The balance is what? 10,000. Understood? Have you understood? Correct. Up to this, any doubt? No doubt. Enough. Some important points. Some important points. How many points already I have given? 6 I have given. So point number 7 write down. Calls in advance is a liability for the company. Correct. Point number 8. Interest will be allowed on calls in advance as per what? As per AOA. From which date to which date? From the from a date when advance was received. Correct. Till which date? Till the date. Till the due date. I don't. Till the due date of call. Understood? Continue. If AOA is silent, interest will be allowed at the rate of what? 12% per annum. That was 10%. This is 12%. As per table. Which table? Table F of Companies Act 2013. Correct. Continue. Shareholders are not entitled to any dividend on calls in advance. Understood this point? Correct. This interest on calls in advance is a income or expense? Hmm? Interest on calls in advance is an expense for the company and hence debited to what? Profit and loss account. Correct. Point number 9. What will be the accounting treatment? बताओ. Normally they don't ask this interest wala accounting treatment. But if they ask, I'm just giving so that you're not confused in exam. Normally they don't ask interest wala accounting treatment in exam. But you don't know na. Suppose they ask, you should be able to frame the journal entry. Therefore, I'm just giving. चलेगा? Point number A. When interest is due, what journal entry you only create? Interest on calls in advance payable to whom? To shareholder. Is you can add on the name of the shareholders, Mr. X, Mr. Y. Correct? Point number B. When paid, what journal entry? Shareholder account debit to bank. Done. Up to this, any doubt? So you can see we have added what? Calls in area also we have added. Calls in advance also we have added. Correct now. Let us take one question of book so that you find thoda sa interesting also. Otherwise you say sir is not taking any question of book. Can we take one question of book? Huh? Let us come to one question of book. Chapter based. The question. Easy can do. ठीक है. Illustration 9. Come to illustration 9. You'll do, I will not do, huh? You'll do it, na? Illustration 9. How many minutes you require? 10 minutes. It take 10 minutes. Read and do. Rasmi Limited issued at par. At par. Whenever information comes, just keep highlight. Yes, at par. 1 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 is payable 2.5 on application, 3 on allotment, 2 on what is this? First call, and balance on final call. Something is missing. All the shares were fully subscribed. Mr. Nair. No Nair? Now no. Mr. Nair is Nalayak. who held how many shares? Paid full remaining amount. Paid full remaining amount on first call itself. Means on first call he paid entire amount. So in first call he has paid, final call also. Correct? The final call which was made after 3 months from first call was fully paid except a shareholder having 1000 shares who paid his due amount after 2 months along with interest on calls in arrear. If there was one shareholder holding 1000 shares has not paid final call and he has paid final call after 2 months paying interest on that. Company also paid interest on calls in advance to Mr. Nayyar. Now they have not given the interest rate. The interest rate is not given, will apply table F. Correct? Keep journal entry to record this transaction. Have you understood the entire? Good question. Do it. You'll do, I'll do. No, no, you need to do correct only. No, example I have done after that also you are saying try. Huh? But have you understood the date wise? Means there was one shareholder, Mr. Nayyar, who has paid final call with first call. So Mr. Nayyar is calls in advance. Mr. Nayyar is calls in advance. And there is one Nalayak. Who is Nalayak? Name is not given. So there is one Nalayak shareholder who has not paid final call. On how many shares? 1000 shares. And he has paid after some time final call with interest on calls in arrear. Have you understood? Correct? English you understood na? Now do it fast. Your 10 minutes start right now. Always first write down whenever they have given para format, write down application, allotment, first call, final call, what is the amount. Sometimes we take wrong amount. Whenever you start now this type of questions, first write down how much number of shares they have given issued. The illustration number 9 we are doing now. What is the total number of shares they have given? And I think it is full subscription question only. Now just write down application. What is the amount? 2.5. Then allotment how much? Huh? Then first call. Then final call. So always first write down. This is at par, rupees 10. So sometimes what we do mistake in this amount only. Instead of 2.5, we'll take 2. The entire solution become wrong, na? So first be careful about this. Application how much, allotment how much, first call how much, final call how much. Correct? Then you can write down here only. There is one shareholders. What is the nayer, na? Holding how many shares? 10,000 shares. So 10,000 shares has paid first call here only in advance with allotment money, na? Hmm? He has paid what? In Acha, he has paid what? But he has paid final call. You can add on 10,000 shares. We receive what? Final call yahi par. And there was one shareholder holding 1,000 shares who has not paid what? Final call. Who has not paid final call. You just write down this now, so you will not do mistake. Understood? Now start doing. Hello. Can we discuss now? So can we discuss with the solution only? If you permit, I don't want to write anything now. So first journal entry, we are doing illustration number 9. The first journal entry, I think everyone done correct. Bank to equity share capital. Acha, in exam now, please, one thing I have seen, I have said okay in class you can write down in this way, but it's in proper format. Proper format means in this format, because in CA foundation you will get marks for format also. So you should draw the table, debit, credit, then after all, after one journal entry give one line so that they can distinguish. Means I am finding that I am not able to identify which one is first journal entry, which one is second journal entry. Correct now. So after narration you need to give one line also. Okay, it will not take much time. Correct. So you need to use this format. चलेगा? If nothing is given in date, write down one number, two number, three number. चलेगा? First journal entry everyone done correct. Second is also correct. Third is also correct. Fourth is also correct. Up to this, so no doubt. Then fifth is also correct. Then 6th May there was one advance. In 6th journal entry there was an advance. So bank account you have received what? 1 lakh into how much you have received? 1 lakh into what? And what was the amount? 2 point? Sorry, 10,000. But 1 lakh into 2 you have received plus 10,000 into 2.5. So 2 lakh 25,000 you have received. So 2 lakh 25,000 you have received. To first call what? 2 lakh and calls in advance 25,000. This you have done correct. I think all have done correct. Anyone who have done mistake? What mistake you have done? See, area calls in there will come in what? Final call. You are knowing this fact, then you have done mistake. Without knowing you have done that mistake. Then also done mistake. Ray, have you understood your mistake? चलो ठीक है. Then next journal entry, I think final call due amount is correct. Now this was good entry. See how much amount has been received. So can you see in final call? In final call, we have received what? First, what is the Nalayak shareholders? 1,000. Means 1 lakh minus 1,000. How much? So for 99,000, how much we have received? For 99,000, we have received how much? $99,000 now. How much? Into what? The final call is 2.5 into 2.5. Plus we have received calls in advance will be adjusted. Correct? So it is minus what? How much? Minus 25,000. So how much it is coming? So 2 lakh 22,500 it is coming. So bank account debit this much we have received. Calls in advance will be adjusted and calls in area will come 2,500. To equity share final call 2 lakh 50,000. Have you done this journal entry correct? Not correct? How many not done correct? I was expecting this will be only mistake and you have done mistake here only. So it was very simple. I need to write and inform you. This is journal entry number whatever. Means we are doing journal entry for what? We are doing for first final call. Let us do final call due entry also. So first we'll do due entry. So equity share final call account debit to equity share capital you have done. This is 1 lakh into what? This to everyone have done correct. 2 lakh 50,000. Now, whenever you are doing journal entry, now to always think about this. See, out of this final call, already how much advance we have received. So can you say next journal entry will what? Bank account debit. Bank you can calculate at the end. Bank account debit. How much calls in advance already we received? In the last installment already we received 25,000. So now it will be debited 25,000. Correct? And we have not received how much? Calls in area will be also debited. So calls in area is 1000 into what? 2.5. That is what? 2500. To what? Equity share final call, that is 2 lakh. So automatically the difference of these two will be bank. So 2 lakh 50,000 minus these two will be 2 lakh 22,500. Or if you want to calculate, you can calculate in this way. Out of 1 lakh, how much nalayak? So 99,000 you receive full, 99,000. But out of 90,000, how much you have received advance? 10,000. So you will say 89,000 into what? 2.5. Same amount will come. You can do in this way. Have you understood? Any doubt? Now, in this question, can I say they have said only interest for calls in area? So I think we should calculate interest for what? They have said for both. So let us do first for what? Calls in advance, what journal entry will do? Interest on calls in advance is an expense or income? Expense will be debited or credited? Debited. Always think in this way. So first write on interest on calls in advance. Calls in advance. Account debit to what? To, you can add on Mr. Nair, or you can add on shareholders. If you want to write down. Name is given, better write on name only. You need to calculate what? The amount. So what is the amount? 25,000. What is the rate of interest? 12% per annum it is. So we need to calculate from due date, means from the date of receipt, whether it is given month. So what is the 3 month from first call to final call? It is 3 months. So 3 by 12. How much? 750. Very good. I think you have done this journal entry only. Correct. Then you can pass one more journal entry. Mr. Nair to, let us clear this account. Mr. Nair to bank. Simple. 750, 750. Now they have given the interest on call was also paid after 2 months. 2 month gap na. So we'll pass first journal entry for interest. So they have not given the name. So better write on shareholders account debit to what? To interest on calls in arrear. Correct? What is the amount? Amount is what? Amount batana. 2,500. What is the rate of interest? For how many months? 2 by 12. How much it is coming? 40? 42 rupees. Approximately 42 rupees. Correct. Now, this amount along with the call amount will be paid, will pass compound journal entry. So what journal entry will do? Bank account. So how much it will receive? 2,542 rupees. Correct. 2 calls in area. 2 interest on calls in area. Correct now. It will be 2,500. Sorry. Better write down shareholders. 2 shareholders. Correct now. Shareholders 42. This journal entry will be done. Have you understood? Simple. How many done full correct? Anyone who have done full correct? No one has done full correct. I think in the last journal entry you have done mistake. Write on MRQ in this question. Must revise question. Okay. Up to this, any doubt? So up to question number na. Up to which question? Illustration number. Leaving one question, you can attempt every question now. Leave this question is up to question number 1 to 6. You do by row. Illustration number 1 to 6 homework. But today this much only. Only one small concept left about pro rata allotment that I don't want to take right now. That we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay. So for today this much only. Do illustration number 1 to 6. That will be your homework. If any doubt, I will do. Otherwise, I will not do. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll meet tomorrow. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Enjoy your remaining day.